In our very first story, the Ministry of Transport says mini buses operating in the transport sector, popularly referred to as Trotro, will soon be restricted to the rural areas. Media Liaison Officer Egypt Kudoto, speaking to TV3 earlier, said it is a move taken by government to decongest the traffic situation in cities across the country.
We are looking at issues concerning the minibuses popularly known as Trotro. You can see lots parked here. Apparently they are loading to take commuters to their various places. But you would also agree with me that the traffic situation in town is intense. In connection to that, government says that it wants to decongest the situation in the city, right here in Accra. Their plan is that they want to move some of these minibuses, popularly known as Trotro, to some restricted rural areas. This morning we would be finding out from this station where exactly government intends to move all these Trotros inside the city to the rural areas. I'm being joined here by the Media Liaison Officer for the Ministry of Transport, Egypt Kudoto. Let's look at the directive from the ministry. How do you intend to do that? Minibuses, what category of buses are you referring to?
Clearly, as a developing economy, you agree with me that urbanization has seriously catch up with us. The issue of having majority of our population moving towards the urban centers, and that has brought in its wake a lot of congestion on our streets and in our city. So, government intends doing something about this situation by coming out with innovative initiatives that will decongest our streets. That will help that we can kind of increase productivity, because as long as we have heavy traffic in town, it is going to be difficult for us to grow this economy.
When you say mini buses, popularly known as Trotro, we have lots of Trotros here in the city. We have the 207 buses, we have the actual mini buses, that is the urban buses. Which category of vehicles are you referring to?
As I speak to as a government and as a ministry, all we can do is to provide a policy directive. We've actually established a center called Center for Urban Transport. They are engaging seriously the stakeholders, the GPRT, the progressive unions, and the Trotro and other transport operators. They are actually doing the direct engagement. But all we seek to do is to create a situation where we, together with the private operators, procure high occupancy buses for them, so that we can have those high occupancy buses operate in our cities, and allow the smaller buses like the urban buses that carry about 13 or so passengers to operate up to a point of the city, and then they can offload the passengers for the high occupant buses to take over and then move them towards the central business district.
Well, Egypt, I would say that it's quite a brilliant idea. It's good for all of us. You wouldn't want to stay in traffic for close to 3 hours before you get to your office. But how far with the BRT system also, and the way forward?
The BRT, like I said, it's a multi-sectorial work that we are doing. The local government is involved, the roads and highways is involved, Ministry of Transport is involved. At this stage, it is the Ministry of Roads and Highways with its agency, the highways, the urban roads, that is in charge. Once the infrastructure is ready, they will then notify us that they have finished their work. By that time, we should also be ready with our buses for the operations to kickstart.